What the hell is this? Why is there so much blood and gore in this cartoon? It's unnecessary and cheap. Think, Mark, think!
Okay.
Hello there! My name is Adrian, and this is Reality Check. Today we are going to check the reality of it. Reality Check Review. For once in a while, we get a superhero animated adaptation that is not Marvel or DC. Finally, take a look at Invincible, a rare breed of cheerful colored superheroes with a happy three friends. If you take a look at the ratings at the IMDb, we can see the people gave it a high mark. So what makes this series good then? Does it have anything to do with all the blood and gore that you can find the clips everywhere? By the way, that's what hooked me to start binge watch the entire season. Or does it really have a good plot at all? With this new branch of niche animation, could this be a start of a new kind of comics meta? Let's dig deeper. Disclaimer, I'm a normie. I don't read the comics and I actually try to avoid them. Why? So I can feel surprised with all the twists that'll come later in the animated version. A warning before we start, some of the contents ahead will probably contain spoiler. Duh. So you've been warned. The characters. Mark Grayson. He's your typical teenager boy, and he's still in high school. He have a loving parents. Seems like he had a great childhood too.
Yeah.
The only thing we found out soon later is that his father was the strongest superhero on Earth. And there's possibility that he will inherit that superpower abilities as well. Super strength, speed, flight, typical Superman, but without laser from the eyes. Mark's character grows when his superpower finally manifests. There's conflict inside of him when he needs to catch up to his father's footsteps. The story progresses as our boy getting more and more experience doing the superhero gigs. The way that he interacts with his universe is believable. Imagine yourself getting a superpower in high school. You probably will react just like him. But a perfect character is not perfect, and that's what we got from Mark. He can be sad, happy, envy, and fall in love. He sometimes loses, sometimes wins. Strong idealism with naivety actually feels natural since he just started in a business. And those personality are not wasted as he later always get a harsh lesson from all of his mistake.
Okay.
Nolan Grayson, the Omni-Man.
Earth isn't yours to conquer.
Imagine Superman minus the overpowered laser eye, but doesn't pull punches. That's him. His character was straightforward, powerful, unmatched, and at first, the ultimate ally of justice. Until he killed the whole Justice League that you get from Wish. Nolan appeared as someone with integrity, focused, and broad-minded. Or simply he sees humans as something insignificant. This hinted when he was against Mark doing small prize. He got to face kaiju-level threat or problems in a global scale. And also he explained it himself in the last episode.
You die! Think, Mark!
Omni-Man character works as a guide for our hero Mark. He functioned as a beacon, a mentor, a fatherly figure that made Mark who he is. He is also the one being capable of deciding how the story will turn out to be. And that supreme authority kind of put you on the edge. He could kill anyone easily with a snap in a blink of an eye.
Damn!
Sporting characters. Any story could only be great with a list of superb supporting characters. To build a reactive and fluid universe, Invincible have various type characters that feels alive. They have their own motivation and purpose, even though not all of them were covered in the first season. That the mother is an important character that set Mark straight. She kept the boy aligned with humanity version of justice instead of the superior filter mind. Also, she have high function in the story to influence the flow of the plot. Guardians of the Globe. They are a bunch of fun characters which necessary to illustrate and set the power level of your typical superheroes in this universe. Each with their own unique personality, they created dynamics on both comedy and drama. Guardians of the Globe before the massacre. They functions as a hilarious parody of Justice League and Avengers. They set the early power bar quite high, except for the Batman wannabe. He's just dude in black costume. Unfortunately for them, their purpose in the first 3 episodes is to give us a rough idea on how powerful Omni-Man is, and how hopeless to struggle against an unstoppable force given the last hope of humanity has been defeated. Mark's friends. We got the gay William, which is not just there because he's gay. He helped Mark to develop his character. Because of William, he understands priorities, balance between life and work when you're a superhero. We got Amber, which for some reason changed from the comics version. She's not the airhead blondie, but a clever, strong black woman. Based on the wiki, Amber was redesigned from her comic book source to look like her voice actress from the series. But I'm guessing they do that to match today's political correctness too. That change, however, is not bad. She actually became a necessary, annoying character that helped Mark stay in the ground towards humanity.
I figured it out weeks ago.
Then why are we fighting?
We're fighting because you lied to me. You made me feel stupid and unimportant.
Okay.
And we got Atom Eve. She helped Mark at the beginning, but then her function becomes unclear. But from what we got from many of her scenes, it's all about woman empowerment. Thankfully, it's not taking too much spot on the duration. And eventually, her experience when she tried to find herself contributed to Mark's character development. And last, we have the government faction. They are both predictable and unpredictable at the same time. They also both super powerful yet powerless against Omni-Man. They serve the purpose to keep the story going, as well as giving our main character some quest so he can level up. I won't be covering the side villains. There are many of them. They were great and function well as a side quest. And that's all about the characters. Check. The plot. The world building is great. We get to feel the atmosphere on how it feels to live in a society with superheroes and how weak the humans are. Even the heroes could be weak too. The most amazing part will be on how the world is playing and cheating with your mind. The plot twists are amazing, especially if you've never read the comics before. Everything was glee and colorful until we get too much red. We got plenty of them twists. From the Guardians Massacre, Titan versus Machine Head arc, Robot True Form, and finally the true motive of Omni-Man.
You die! Think, Mark!
Everything was built so that Mark would face the harsh truth of his own father. When two strong idealism collide, you will have a great hell of a story. So far, there are only a few things that feel out of place, like the Among Us astronaut. Why give us a premise when you never deliver the punchline? Maybe in season 2? Great, we covered the plot. Check. Impact. I've seen a lot of animated series, both in the West and the East, but this one gave a lot of impact with the exotic blend of happy yellow and bloody red. It kinds of feels fresh, like the chain that has been restraining the limit of creativity has been broken. The idea that animation only for kids is over. Honorary mention to some other fictional works that try to break the chains as well. Perhaps they are the catalyst to give such a bloody comics the green light. Before Invincible, we have The Boys. And in another animated series, we have Justice League Apocalypse. I'm sure you will agree that the rate of violence in Rick and Morty kind of shaped the way we perceive cartoon and their potential forever. If I might guess, the one who made Invincible series into reality are those who watched Happy Three Friends when they were kids. With more of these adult animation series successfully accepted into the market, we will expect more in the future. One of them, Invincible, have paved another breaks into the way that leads to the new era of adult-oriented animation. The show impact, check. Conclusions. Characters in the series are quite believable, functional, and carry some kind of purposes. Some of them even have the kind of problems and dilemma that you can relate. No major plot hole that could ruin your immersion. Some of the twists are way too twisted, and that's fresh. The last episode ended the series neatly with a chance for a second season to come. Invincible may have greater impact on a future animated series. It has proven to be successfully accepted by most fans and normies. And if there's one fictional works that managed to pass the threshold, the others might follow through. We can expect more explicit material and harsh comic adaptations to emerge in the future. One sentence to describe Invincible from me. This is an adult animation for the growing up kids from the 90s. And so I'll come with a conclusive score. Reality rating of 85 liters of blood. Check. We're done. Hey, thanks for watching. Leave a comment on what reality we should check next. Be sure to check up on the merch based on the meme of this series and some of other interesting stuff too. If you want to support this kind of content, we got Patreon, link and description below. Have a nice day.
Okay.